I now request Dr. Sanjay Bichodia sir to kindly felicitate CA Adesh Gupta sir, Director and Advisor to Social Labs. And also Sahil Arora sir, CEO of the Social Labs. Thank you everyone. I now request Raj Gilra sir to speak about today's event.
Good afternoon. Shweta ma'am, Sanjay sir, Snehal ma'am, and Sahil Adesh. Thank you very much. Thank you on the behalf of Tata Group, on the behalf of Tata Salf for gracing the event, and thank you very much, colleagues and the future of the country for being here. Very, very passionately, writing, doing all the questions that you guys have raised. Thank you very much for that. Just quickly talking about this campaign broadly. Tata Salf stands for DESH KE LIYE, and this is the 40th year. This year we are entering the 40th year of Tata Salf. It truly believes that country's progress is with the country's health, and for country's health, kids and their questions are going to be extremely critical. So the whole idea is that when we are entering the 73rd Republic, now the idea is that how do we build the country forward? And for the nation's success, for the nation's future, nobody better than the future themselves is what is going to be critical. For kids' progress, it is super critical that they become inquisitive, because they will only face, the challenges for them will be different from our generation, it will be different from, let's say, people like you have seen your entire life, right, with the different challenges, they will have very different challenges. The only thing which will help them solve them is them being very, very inquisitive, very curious, and Tata Salf provides them the platform to really ask their questions. And this country is blessed with people like you who are very graciously addressing to really talk to these guys, talk to the kids who can and really address their inquisitiveness. We have gone through in the morning the kind of questions these guys have done. Right? They have actually asked the questions which are really brilliant. Right? Seriously, when I look at or when we saw the questions, they were very thought-provocative, they were very advanced, technology, future, how is going to be AI, how is going to be, what is their imagination, really it is beyond anybody's control. So the idea is that we give them the space as the group, as the brand, so that they can ask questions. Just to give you the scale of this activity is happening with 30,000 kids. This activity is happening in 30 states, 30 cities in 28 states. So almost all the key metros where this activity is happening. And because Tata Namak stands for DESH KE LIYE, it is happening across the strata of society. It is happening in government schools, it is happening practically in Anganwadis, it is happening in the DPS of the world also. And very, very pleased that we are doing it in such a brilliant institution in Pune, and we got the chance to really interact with kids in such a brilliant institution. So basically working towards shaping the future in a small way that we can do as the brand in this Republic Day. That is the whole idea. And my request would be that address these kids, how they can shape their nation, how they can shape their future, and maybe look at their questions, the kind of inquisitiveness that they have really come out with, and grace them with your thoughts which is there on this campaign. So that's more from Tata Salf. Thank you very much again for coming to this. I mean, how can I forget the media partners, all the three of them who have graciously agreed to be a part of this event. So thank you very much for being here, and I'm sure we will spread the message together to this country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. May I now request Shweta Shalini ma'am to kindly come forward and share her thoughts with the students.
So very good morning to all of you. Great. So have you missed the lunchtime? Good morning.
Good afternoon, everybody. Give a big round of applause to our DYST. Let's come all the way. Just giving a 1 hour notice from Manavadi to Pune, our modern campus. So big round of applause. All of you stand and salute him. Big round of applause for him. It shows what kind of affection, love he has towards the young generation. Over to Shweta Shalini.
So when Sanjay ji said, good afternoon, everyone replied good afternoon. When I said good morning, nobody replied good morning. Nobody corrected me also. So good afternoon. That is exactly what we expect from the younger generation today. We want you people to teach us. We don't want to teach you. और इसी बात पे संजय जी, राज जी, आदेश जी, मैं आप लोगों को एक छोटी सी कहानी सुनाती हूँ। एक बार एक टीचर ने बच्चों को कहा कि एप्पल बनाओ। बच्चे ने पूछा कि कैसे बनाऊं? तो उन्होंने कहा पेंसिल से बनाओ। फिर बच्चे ने पूछा कलर करूं? उन्होंने बोला हाँ करो। कौन से कलर को करूं? तब तक टीचर परेशान हो गया और टीचर ने कहा तुमने एप्पल नहीं देखा? ड्रॉ व्हाट यू वांट बट स्टॉप आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस। एंड दैट्स व्हेन the child decided, because he had never seen an apple, he decided that I will draw an apple. So he drew a shape of a fruit and colored it green. और जब वो टीचर के पास लेके गया तो टीचर ने बोला ये एप्पल है? Haven't you seen what an apple looks like? बच्चे ने कहा मैम मैंने आज तक एप्पल देखा नहीं है, बच्चा छोटा था, गरीब घर से था। He said I don't know what an apple looks like. So she said okay, you sit down, let me draw on the board and you copy. So she drew on the board and the child copied. And that's when the child realized कि एप्पल रेड कलर का होता है और उसका शेप हार्ट शेप का होता है, उसमें एक पत्ता रहता है, and so on and so forth. The child grew a little bigger and then he shifted a school. And when he went to a new school, the school was a different kind of school. So, जैसे रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर के शांति निकेतन में बच्चों को सबसे पहली चीज जो राज जी ने कहा, you should be curious. ऐसे स्कूल में he shifted. So, the teacher said, draw something. So the child waited. Then he said, क्या हुआ बेटा? तुमको ड्रॉ नहीं करना? बोला नहीं। बोला कुछ पूछना नहीं? बोला नहीं। बोला आप किसके लिए वेट कर रहे हो? So he said, I am waiting for you to tell me how I need to draw. And this is, Sanjay ji, a story not for them but for you and for institutes, because we are nobody to tell children apples green hote hain agar aap Kashmir mein jaake dekho to. And more importantly, आज के साइंस में एप्पल किसी भी कलर का हो सकता है if the child decides to do that. The problem is our education institutes, our teaching methodology tells the child, stop being curious, stop asking questions and follow me. जो मैं बताता हूं वही सही है. आज जितने क्वेश्चंस आपने पूछे होंगे शायद मुझे उसके आंसर्स ना भी पता हो. Maybe I'm wrong. You can correct me. But because I've seen more of life than you have, because I have more of experience than you have, I can share my experiences with you. I can share the little bit of knowledge that I've gained from the ecosystem with you. But what I can learn from you is curiosity. Because अगर हमारे देश को विश्व गुरु बनना है तो वो केवल मात्र क्यूरियोसिटी पे बनेगा. राज जी, मैं आपको बताना चाहूंगी 28 दिसंबर को हमारे रतन टाटा जी का जन्मदिन होता है. एंड आई हैव शेयर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क विथ हिम, आई हैव नोन हिम. सो मैंने एक ट्वीट लिखा और उसमें लिखा कि रतन टाटा जी, मैंने बचपन से आपका नमक खाया है और इसके लिए मैं आपको जन्मदिन की शुभकामनाएं देना चाहती हूँ. So guess what? I got a call from his office and finally he spoke to me saying, Shweta ji, I loved your tweet. I said, but this is true for most of India. क्योंकि आप कहते हैं देश का नमक है, but उससे पहले देश ये कहता है कि ये हमारा नमक है और हम यही खाते हैं. So good you decided to do something like this, because I personally feel that these are the children on whose curiosity we are going to build the future of India. The India that we can only shape, but we need to see from your eyes. मेरा खुद का बेटा 15 साल का है, and since the last 15 years he's been asking me invariably amazing questions, and sometimes I get so amazed by the questions he asked. और जैसे जैसे वो बड़ा हो रहा है, जैसे जैसे वो टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस हो रहा है, he lately asked me a question saying कि जब कार्स उड़ने लग जाएंगी तो गूगल मैप्स का क्या होगा. And that's when I realized that yes, we will need a map in the air as well when the cars will fly. And trust me or not, my husband actually has a technology which he filed on a patent on how Google Maps will be translated into aerial maps. But that was based on one question that my own 14 or 15-year-old son asked. So, do not stop asking questions. अभी आपको किसी ने बताया है कि क्वेश्चन पूछिए, लेकिन trust me, the education system, Narendra Modi ji realizes that the education system needs to change, and that's the reason why there is a new education policy which is coming by, which says that हर बच्चे को सवाल पूछने होंगे. अब ये सवाल चाहे आप हमसे पूछें, सीरी से पूछें, गूगल से पूछें, बट पूछिए, बिकॉज हर सवाल का उत्तर होता ही है. और यदि उत्तर नहीं है तो रिमेंबर दिस, if there is no solution to a problem, that is the solution that you will find if you have the right question. So ask the right question. I'm just waiting to hear the questions that you people have asked, because I know that I'm going to have a wonderful ride, and I'm sure both of us are going to learn, but I'm going to learn more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Sanjay ji. Short notice पे ये program करने के लिए. I was 100% sure, and I'm sure the Tatas will vouch for this. I told them that the kids here are going to outsmart you people, and I'm extremely sure that after I answer these questions, I will sure my case and rest my case that the kids have definitely outsmarted the corporate. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shweta ma'am, for such inspiring speech. And I'm sure after listening to you, not just the kids, but we as an adult also, we will start being more curious and ask more questions. And I'm sure for kids and students, they will definitely start thinking, start having more critical thinking and be curious. So before we go ahead, I would like to welcome Vice President Suryadatta Group of Institute, Sushma Chodia ma'am, and also Deputy SP Sir, Santosh Gaike sir, and I would request Chodia sir to kindly felicitate Santosh Gaike sir. Now I would like to request Professor Dr. Sanjay B. Chodia sir to kindly address the audience.
Very good afternoon, friends. First of all, I must congratulate you for getting this wonderful opportunity, and that is because of only one person, and she is none other than our leading advisor, a very, very learned personality, Shweta Shaliniji ma'am. Big round of applause from Suryadatta Education Foundation. आपने तालियां कितनी सुन के बजा रहे थे? 10-15 ऐसा? That's great. Secondly, Vikas Gupta ji and Tata Salf, Tata Group team for giving this wonderful opportunity. Sir, we are really obliged. And what you are doing, should I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, stop. Okay, love you all. All of you are aware that Suryadatta Group of Institutes always encourages any good activity, any good opportunity knocks our door. We are the first one to take that opportunity which will benefit our student, staff, institute at large. And this particular topic which we always discuss, as we have started with the higher education institute first, then the junior college, senior colleges, and we felt changing the UG student, PG student after the age of 15, 17, 18 is a bit difficult because their upbringing has already been taken place from different school, from different teachers, with different family background, because Suryadatta believes in giving education to one and all, irrespective of their caste, creed, financial, economical and geographical boundaries. So I would like to inform Tata Group that our students, school students, we have told them, think of a product which does not exist today in the world. Challenge your own intelligence till the time you succeed. Keep on experimenting the experiment till the time you succeed. 1 week before only, we have celebrated a new year called Jallosh program with 300 specially abled children, particularly mentally retarded but now Divyangs. And we have given tasks to our students. They spend whole day with them for celebrating the new year. And school from 30 different schools, children came here and they were dumb, deaf or some other problems were there. We told our student, think what you can give, do some research so that their quality of life can be enhanced, so that you can see something in them. Maybe they are good in music, maybe they are good in dance or any other performances or any other activity. And they literally did that. I'm very happy to tell you some of our students, we asked some questions. That was a extempore questions after seeing the event. What you see in them? What you want to do for them? So that every human being is unique in their own ways, and this is a God gift. So our student, many school children told, we see God in them. We would like to do something and we want to be with them. And we would like to have such kind of events every month. So what Tata Group is doing, they are actually encouraging, imbibing good habit, culture of thinking, innovation. And like Madam said, her own son is asking some questions. And as she rightly suggested, when there is no answer to that question, that itself is an opportunity for you to do innovation, invention. Innovation means how to do things differently. Invention means creating new solution. Like immediately, sir has started thinking of a product, the map, Google map, for aerial distances or for aerial flying solutions. So there are many such solutions you can find out, provided that habit of thinking on innovative basis, asking some questions, thinking differently after your academic sessions, because that is also important for clearing the examination to become eligible for the competitive examination and then getting admission for your course in which you are very passionate. But at the same time, asking questions, if you are in the class, you should ask questions to the class teachers. If you are not happy or satisfied with that, again go to the senior officials, maybe principals. Again, if you do not get the solution, come to me. If I am unable to answer, I will take help of a higher source of intelligence. आपने देखा रहेगा कौन बनेगा करोड़पति. There are multiple helplines are available. So we'll use such helplines and we'll ensure that your problem will be resolved. Right? So very good success mantra madam has given to you. Always ask questions. Very simple, but nobody has even ever thought of. Many times we are hesitate to asking the questions. Madam को कैसे लगेगा? मेरा internal marks को क्या होगा? मुझे और कुछ punishment तो नहीं मिलेगी ना? So remove all this fear. If you are right, if there is a righteousness in your heart, then everything is possible. If you know what is wrong and what is right, and if you want to do only right things in your life, be courageous, bold, and ask questions. Every question will lead to some new idea, new solutions, and thereby your overall personality will get developed. You have to carve a niche on this planet Earth to become somebody in your life, because every student has unique potentials in different fields by virtue of their family background, academic background, the education they are taking, the liking, the students, teachers with whom you are staying. When you come to school, madam is your teacher. When you go home, your mom is your teacher and your mom is a mom. When you talk to society people, your friend. So everywhere you have to play a different role and surrender yourself 100% in that moment and give best of the best for the entire world to admire you. So thank you. I wish you all the very best. And once again, thank you for giving this opportunity to Tata Group. Again, I would like to thank our eminent guest today. Should I stop? Santosh Gaike sir, he is a DYSP, came all the way from Vanodi on 1 hour notice. So thank you so much, sir, for coming along with your colleague. Thank you all the Tata Group people. Thank you my dear students, the teachers. एक बार जोरदार होने दो, जोर से. Thank you so much. All the very best. And thank you in advance and congratulations to the winners. Keep winning all the time. All the best.
Thank you, sir, for your encouraging words for our students. Now we begin with the questionnaire session, for which you all have already noted down your questions, and out of those we have 10 to 11 questions which will be asked by you. You will ask the question and the dignitaries are going to answer it. So I am taking the name of the student. Kindly stand and ask your question. So first is from Pradyut Raj Singh from class 9th.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Actually, my question is like, are EVs the future of commuting?
Louder, Pradyut.
Hello.
Pradyut, please come in front.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. So my question is, are EVs the future of commuting? EVs, electric vehicles, are they the future of commuting?
Hello.
Are electric vehicles the question, the future of commuting? Wait, let ma'am answer.
Pradyut, what is the meaning of Pradyut?
Ma'am, who rises to rule?
Correct. And who rose to rule? Pradyut किसका नाम था?
मेरा नाम है.
Nice. Check करना और किसका नाम था? ठीक है?
It was a dynasty.
Yes, correct. So who was that?
It was like a Pradyuta dynasty.
Correct. कहाँ की dynasty है?
Madhya Pradesh.
Correct. Nice. Very nice. Good. Read about them. Right? Pradyut. Okay. Why did you think of this question, by the way? Which car does your father drive?
Like I-20.
Okay, nice. Is it a petrol car?
Yeah. Combustion.
Why did you think of this question?
I have interest in vehicles and transportation, so that's why.
Okay, in one word, yes, EV is the future of commuting. Second, EV is going to be the future of everything, because I'm sure you have studied this. If we actually look at sustainability as a whole, right, and if there is something called as the World Climate Clock, please go and Google this. What is the World Climate Clock? There is been a clock which has been set up in the globe, and next time I want you to tell me where exactly it is set up. And in COP26, where all the countries came together to discuss about environment, they decided that we as a globe have just about these many years, and practically we have only those many years, and those years in days and minutes are being shown in a climate clock somewhere in the world, right? Now, as the clock is ticking, we need to save the globe that this is one Earth. That's why if you actually look at it, we have a summit called G20 summit which is happening, and the basic theme of that summit is one Earth, one future, right? One family. So as together we have to save the Earth, and that is the reason why we need to get into anything and get out of anything which is non-renewable. And petrol, as we, every time that you open your TV set, or if your parents are watching televisions or debates, news debates, you will hear a lot of people fighting over petrol prices. So why are the petrol prices rising? Because a whole lot of countries do not produce petrol. And for us in India, we do not produce petrol, so we have to buy petrol from outside. So India is actually taking leadership in getting into the entire EV and the mobility space. And that's why you will see a lot of innovation which is happening in the EV space. One, as a policy, we are now bringing in EV as a policy. So that all vehicles will be shifted to EV. If you look at all the new vehicles which are being launched in the country today, they are mostly hybrid, which means half they will run on EV, and which is electric, and the other half will be run either on diesel or in petrol, right? And last but not the least, the biggest challenge to electric vehicle mobility today is the infrastructure. So आप अगर यहाँ से कोल्हापुर जाएंगे या आप अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ कहीं घूमने जाएंगे, तो after every few kilometers you will find a petrol pump where you will find petrol and diesel. But for EV, you need to have charging stations. So So those charging stations are not being made right now, or they are being made slowly and steadily in the country today. So that is a challenge. And second, there is also a lot of innovation which is happening at the battery level. So that एक बार अगर आपकी बैटरी चार्ज कर ली आपने घर पे, तो आप 2 दिन का ट्रैवल करके आ जाओगे. एंड या फिर आप यहाँ से अगर 200 किलोमीटर 250 किलोमीटर जाओगे तो वहाँ जाकर आपको चार्ज करनी पड़ेगी. So a whole lot of work is happening, but to answer your question in one word, yes, EV is the future, not only of mobility, not only of commuting, but for everything. So for everything that is running on any non-renewable force today, it is going to go into a renewable source today, right? So everything that you see running on petrol, diesel will get into, including generators, that will get into electric. And hence, any new startups that you people should think around electrical vehicles and mobility. Thank you, Pradyut.
Thank you, ma'am.
Excuse me, Pradyut. EV is the future, I agree. Ma'am has already explained from sustainability and from various other perspective point of view. But there are a lot of other researches going on about the solar car also, and something else also might come. So at least for next 10 years, we can see EV as a future, but we can never predict about the future, what will happen after 10 years. There are many new inventions are going on. So keep that mindset you should develop, that if today this is a thing which is coming to your mind, maybe after 5 years, something else will come. So always think of some alternative also. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Pradyut. Our next question is from Mahalakshmi from class 9th again. Please come forward, Mahalakshmi. Pradyut, can you please hand over the mic to her? Yes, you can ask her.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mahalakshmi from class 9. So my today's question is, how can more girls become IAS or IPS officer?
सर्वप्रथम मी IAS IPS ऑफिसर. सर्वप्रथम मी चोरड्या साहेब आणि त्यांच्या संपूर्ण टीमचा या ठिकाणी मी धन्यवाद देईल. पूर्ण त्यांची टीम. आमचं जे ट्रेनिंग सेंटर आहे जे 26/11 रोजी जो मुंबईवर आतंकवादी हमला झाला 26/11 रोजी, त्यानंतर महाराष्ट्र पोलीस दलातील 1,90,000 पोलीसमध्ये 40 ऑफिसर्स आणि 260 कमांडोचं एक युनिट आपण मुंबईमध्ये ठेवलेलं आहे. त्यामध्ये बरेचसे अधिकारी आहेत. त्यानंतर आमचे IPS अधिकारी चिरंजीव प्रसाद साहेब, ते सुद्धा IPS आहेत आणि त्यांचा मुलगा सुद्धा IPS आहे. तर मी आपल्याला IPS अधिकारी आहेत त्यांचं उदाहरण देऊ शकेल. फार गरीब घरातून त्यांनी फार मोठं स्ट्रगल बनवलेलं आहे. एक सामान्य शेतकरी कुटुंबातून त्या IPS झालेल्या आहेत. आता मागं 7 होत्या. तर भरपूर IPS अधिकारी. फिजिकल फार महत्वाचं आहे. त्याचबरोबर अभ्यास. मग तुम्ही राजस्थान कोटा या ठिकाणी किंवा दिल्ली या ठिकाणी पण अभ्यास करू शकता. आमचे जे प्रसाद साहेब होते त्यांच्या मुलांनी दिल्लीमध्ये जाण्याची सुद्धा गरज नाही, ज्यांची परिस्थिती गरीब आहे, तर त्यांनी जालना या ठिकाणी एक आश्रम आहे सर, त्या आश्रमामध्ये 3 वर्षामध्ये त्यांनी पूर्ण अभ्यास केला आणि त्या ठिकाणून ते IPS बनलेले आहेत. ते म्हणतात ना, जसे लक्ष्मीनारायण साहेब पण ऐकलं असेल, ते हैदराबादचे आहेत आणि त्यांचा मुलगा सुद्धा IPS झालेला आहे. म्हणजे त्याग, संघर्ष आणि एक सातत्य फार महत्वाचं आहे. तर आपण सुद्धा बोलू शकाल, यातली मात्र शंका नाही. खूप खूप धन्यवाद.
I would like to also answer on this question. Kiran Bedi, you must be knowing, she is the first lady IPS officer. And everything is possible, provided you decide from bottom of your heart that I want to become an IPS officer or IAS officer. current affairs, general knowledge, administrative services knowledge. Start reading the books right from your 5th, 6th standard onward. And there are many lady IPS officer, IS officers. Read their biography, how they have become this IS or IPS officer. And if you decide and if you start studying right from your school days, if you develop passion and liking towards that, and also appear for some, go to some coaching classes who are providing this IS IPS training, I'm sure any lady or any girl can become an IS IPS officer. So decide if you're really passionate about it. If you just take it for the sake of becoming an IPS officer, 100% your dedication and preparation is required, and it's possible. All the best.
Do you want to become an IAS officer?
No.
Okay, 28% women clear IAS and IPS even today, in today's times.
Wow.
And girls' performances are better. But a lot of girls do not choose this career. We have 50% reservation in the police category at the soldier level also. But yet, a lot of girls do not choose this profession. We need to ensure that we can educate more girls to come forward for this profession. So I think more than saying that how can more girls become IAS and IPS officers, I think Sanjay ji said it, hit it right at the bullseye. More and more girls should get up and say, yes, I want to get into the police.
Yes.
Right? More and more people should come ahead and say, I want to serve my country, I will become an administrative officer, and you will become one. Because there are women who are becoming and serving the nation. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
So Mahalakshmi, we really look forward to see you as IAS IPS officer in future. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We have Malhar from class 5. And next, I want Ovi from class 6 and also Rudraksh from class 5 and Arzavi from class 9 to come here. Line up. Yes, Malhar.
Hello all. Good afternoon. Today I have a question that why do some countries fight for resources and why don't they share resources and live happily?
Okay, very good question, Malhar. To start with, I want to tell you I don't know. And second, I also want to tell you, you also fight, right? Do you have a brother or a sister? You don't? You have? Brother or sister?
Brother.
Do you fight with him?
No.
Never.
No.
I have a brother, I really fight with him because he sometimes takes my pen, he sometimes does not return my writing pad, sometimes he doesn't listen to me when I tell him go get a glass of water, right? See, we are all human beings, and a nation is made of a lot of human beings, right? So, as God has made us, we always need to protect something which is ours. So, our resources, our pride, our people have to be protected. So, if somebody else comes and snatches away my pen, what will I do? I have to stand up for my own pen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if some country comes and takes away a piece of my land, what am I supposed to do?
I will take it from it.
I will protect my land. I will ensure that it is, because it is mine, it will remain mine, right? So when China decided that they can take away a small piece of our land, then India stood up and our soldiers stood up and said, no, this is India's land, this is our nation, this is our country, and we will protect it till our last breath. So people died for nation's pride, and that's exactly what it is. So you have to protect what is yours. Yes, we can share resources, and that's why India takes leadership in saying what is called as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Everyone is my family. And it also takes pride in saying, Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. You and me both need to be happy. So, if you do not snatch my pen and if you ask for it, I might give it to you. But if you snatch it away from me, if you steal it away from me, or if you cheat me and take my pen, what will I do?
I will take it from him.
I will stand up for what belongs to me, right? And that's why sometimes nations have to stand up, right? And people should as well. Thank you, Malar.
Really, Malar, good question. Sharing resources is a very good suggestion, actually. And that's what our entire now Prime Minister and the entire his core team across the nation, across the globe, they are trying for this one. Thank you. Good question, brother. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
sir.
it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Mallar. Thank you, ma'am. We have Arzavi Pathak from class 9th. Yeah. Arzavi, turn so that.
Good afternoon, everyone. My question is, why are periods such a taboo topic?
Who told you that periods are a taboo topic?
It's just that we don't talk very freely about them.
When you say you, we don't talk, who is we?
Everyone.
Including?
Yes, I guess.
Okay. So, whoever has told you that period is a taboo topic is wrong. There are no taboo topics. Because if there is a topic, that's exactly what we are trying to say. If there is a question, please address it. I used to have a Brit boss, my first boss, and he used to say, there are no stupid questions, there are only stupid answers. So I might answer you wrong, but your question can never be wrong. So, trust me on this. It is not a taboo topic. Now the question is, why don't we discuss it? Now, we need to understand that earlier on, in India, there was a forum in which these topics were discussed. So it was a larger family, we were in a joint family, there were a lot of women, used to have too many children, so they were like, 10 children, so you will have a mami, you will have a chachi, you will have a bhabi, you will have a didi, you will have so many cousins, and some of them elder to you, some of them really, really elder to you. So they will tell you about these topics when the time came. Then became nuclear families, smaller families. So all you have is a brother, a mother, and a father, right? Or sometimes two sisters, a father and a mother. So if you are at home and your periods have started and your mother is at work and your father is at home, you need to go ahead and talk to him. And every father needs to talk to his child. So I'll give you my example. When my boys, I have two boys and they are twins. So both of them turned teens together. So I decided with my own husband that I need to teach my children about periods. Right? So what if they are boys? They will have girls in their school. So I need to tell them. And that's when I decided that I need to look for a good muhurat so that I can sit across the table and talk to the boys. But I'm traveling, I'm working, so I was traveling. I have two dogs at home. And these two dogs are actually bitches. So they are female dogs, right? One of the dog turned about 1.5 years old and she started her periods. And when she started bleeding, my boys turned around and asked their father, why is my dog bleeding? You need to take her to a doctor. And before I could have this discussion with my sons, they almost knew everything thanks to Google and thanks to Siri and thanks to the dogs and thanks to the culture today. So trust me on this, there are no taboo topics. The question is, who encourages you to talk? There are forums in which you need to talk. So today in every school, there are sex education classes. Every school has advisories, and that is the place that you need to discuss this, because these are serious issues. And if there is somebody who funnily answers your question wrong, then you can probably have, so for example, let me give you this example. A lot of people in the Western world say that in India there are rules around periods, right? So in India, earlier, the women used to only work at home. So it was a clear-cut bifurcation. The women will take care of the house and the men will take care of the professional life. They will bring money at home. But it was a large joint family, so there were 15 people. So cooking for 15 people was strenuous. And water, आप well पे जाओ, कुएं से पानी निकाल के लाओ, पानी निकालो. It was all extremely, आप चक्की पीसो ताकि आटा निकले. So these are all strenuous work. So at some point of time, the elder women decided कि in 4 दिनों पे, when the body needs rest, they should be given rest. So they should not enter the kitchen. And that's why these were made. But some people in the Western world did not realize this because they did not know our culture. So that is why the wrong forums, if you ask these questions, you will get wrong replies. And that is why forums are set where you need to discuss these topics. That's why people say that talk about this to your mother, talk about this to your elder sister, talk about this to your teacher. But you must talk about this to your doctor. But we must talk. So anybody who tells you it's a subject of taboo, please turn around and tell them, no, it is not, because I believe so. Today the country is talking about period leaves. So trust me, neither the country nor the women nor the advisory. So people who make the policy, who are corporates, who are talking about period leaves, कि जब period होती है लड़कियों को, तो they are not well, so they should, can they take leave or no? And there is a huge debate in the country going on around this, right? So yes, I completely agree that we must talk. Thank you.
हमारे स्कूल में शुरू कर सकते हैं?
Absolutely. Yeah, there is a big NGO that does advisory on this. आप जब भी बोलेंगे so absolutely.
Yeah. We'll start this session in our campus only.
Thank you, sir.
Good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
I
ma'am.
appreciate courageously you ask these questions.
Yes, thank you, Elsie.
To add on this, we can invite Padam Shri Damodaran ji here. He is working on this issue from last 40 years. He organized one summit last week in Delhi. I was there for this summit. And we can talk about this. There is no taboo kind of thing, what I feel. We have also produced a movie which is based on this menstrual hygiene issue. We can showcase this movie in this school also. Thank you. Thank you.
Thousands of girl students will get benefited.
Yes, next, Ovi Deshpande from 6th standard.
मैम अपने को थोड़ा भी वो जो मूवी प्रमोशन के भी लोगों को 12 बजे का टाइम दिया था. हाँ, प्लीज.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I have a question, which is, what is G20?
Okay, what is G20? G20 is 20 countries in the world today come together and decide that we will form a group that will benefit each other, right? Now there are various groups like this. So when in a society, all of you decided that I will go to Suryadatta, right? Now Suryadatta is headed by Sanjay ji. So he will decide that all these parents and children who have decided to join me in my group, I will benefit them, all of them. And that's why associations are important, groups are important. In the world, there are 195 countries. Out of these, 2/3 of the population of the world stay in 20 countries. And these are the 20 countries that come together as G20. Obviously, there are other groups like G7, like G8, right? G7 plus Russia becomes G8, plus few more countries becomes G20. So out of this entire 195 countries, 20 countries which are very critical because 2/3 of the population stays there, 85% of the GDP, which means all the work and the money that is made in the entire globe, 85% of the money is being made in these countries. They come together. It is very, very fortunate for us as India because this year in 2023, we as India have become the president of G20 for the first time Since independence, Narendra Modi ji, the Prime Minister of India, has taken over the baton and is now heading the G20. So we are going to be heading this entire 20 countries and inviting more countries. So we are inviting about 43 different countries from different parts of the globe to talk to us, to do business with us, so that all of us as a family, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, can grow and benefit each other and the entire population. But thank you so much. It was a brilliant question. You must read about it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ovi. Thank you, ma'am. We have more questions, but we have time constraints. So I request the panelists to select 3 best questions so that those students can be awarded. Though we couldn't take up all the questions, but these were the questions which...
I will ask the best question first, because we are staying in India. In India, the biggest, I can say in all respect, holistically, state is Maharashtra. नाम में भी महाराष्ट्र है. उस महाराष्ट्र में जो एक अच्छा शहर है, जिसको पूना बोला जाता है, जो सांस्कृतिक, औद्योगिक और शैक्षणिक राजधानी है, तो पूना के लिए जो सवाल किया गया है, हाउ कैन आई हेल्प कीप माय पुणे पोल्यूशन फ्री, बिकॉज वी हैव टू स्टार्ट एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम अस. मैं शुरू करना चाहिए. मेरा घर, मेरा कॉलेज, मेरा स्कूल, मेरी सिटी, और वो एक बार हम एक रोल मॉडल बना देते, तो इसका पूरा एक मैं ऐसा बोल रहा हूँ कि एक सोर्स ऑफ इंस्पिरेशन हो जाएगा फॉर other cities of the country to become the ideal city. So I would like to reward this question. How can I help keep my Pune pollution free?
Okay,
Who is the student? इनका नाम अच्छा बाद में करेंगे.
Okay, so we have best 3 questions selected by the panelists. First one was of Arzavi Pathak. Please come, Arzavi, which was why periods are considered as taboo. Come, Arzavi. She's gone. So, ma'am, I think she's gone for a comparing. Yeah. Then the second one, Chodia sir said, how can I help my Pune pollution free to become... So it's Harshvardhan from class 6. Harshvardhan Zozare. Please come forward, Harshvardhan. And the third question, the best third question is, how can more girls become IAS, IPS officers? Mahalakshmi from class 9. Okay, there is one more. सारे नेता white कपड़े क्यों पहनते हैं? Who has written this question? Yeah. All the students, all school students, kindly come forward for a group photograph. All the 50 students who are selected in the white t-shirt. Bring your flags along with you. Bring your flags.
सर मागून घ्या मग या मी सर बघतो हे या साईडचे काढायचं पहिले चेअर काढायला अरे क्या किया यस सर
मंजिल है सूरज हमारी लक्ष्य हमारा जीत हमारी
राहू दे का सागर फॅन पण करतो एक फॅन करतो
Students, please raise your flags upright.
येईल ना तुम्हाला
Yes, sir. The flag down, please. Slightly down. Yeah, that's it. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir. Please look at everybody and smile now. Just 1 minute.
Thank you everyone for your kind cooperation.